Welcome back. In the last video, we laid the ground for our secure charter app. Now it's time to build a high-performance Go backend that will empower it all. We will set up our project first, then talk about some dependencies that in order to make everything up and running. And then we will write our first API endpoint to make sure everything is running smoothly. That is what we'll be covering in this video. So stay tuned as we get into it. So let's get into it by making our project structure. So we create our project structure. We'll be using the terminal for a lot of these things. So let's get into it. So let's first have a look at how the project structure is going to be like. So in order to make everything work, we are going to initiate we'll be using the terminal code, don't worry, we'll go into it, but I want you to get the overview of how everything is going to look. So the project structure, that is the main folder, that is the folder containing everything. So that is going to be the Go API, whatever we name the API, and I'm going to call it a Go Chat Backend. So from the main project, we are going to have three different folders. Subfolder in there. So that is going to be the EMD, the internal, and also migration. So these three are the main child folder of the main project, or the main the parent project, or the parent folder. Yeah. And in the EMD, we are going to have only one subfolder in the EMD. That is going to be the API. And that is going to contain what will be exposed to. That is going to contain the router, the endpoint, middleware, most other things. And in the internal, we are going to have three different subfolders. One is going to be the data. That is going to contain our model structure, that is talking to the database, the model, everything that is going to contain in the internal. And we will then have the validator that is going to contain all validation, that is the input validation, the validation structure that is going to make sure that everything is being validated before we get any input from a user. So that is one, and we are going to have a JSON log. When there is any mistake or there is information to show in the backend or in the at a JSON format, then we are going to use that one to control all those things. And we are going to have the migration folder in which we are going to create our database and everything up and running. So now, before we get into everything, what I want you to do is bring your browser and have Go installed. So you need to install, you need to go to your browser and search for Go. And when you see this first link, that is go.dev, you open it, and this is for if you have not installed Go or you don't have Go on your machine. How can you be sure that you have Go or you don't have Go on your machine? What you need to do is to open terminal of your choice. I'm using Mac and I use item 2, so I'll open that. And to make sure that Go is already installed on your machine, what you need to do is just type Go in the terminal and type Go and you press enter. If you get this bunch of things, it means that you are already having Go installed. If not, then you need to follow to download it. So what you need to do is to go to the download folder, the download page, and it will link you to the DL, go.dev DL. And you see a bunch of, so if you are on Windows, you need to install this one. If you are on Apple, you need to install based on your machine. If you have M1, M2, M3, do ARM chip from Apple Silicon, then you need to download that one. And when you are on Intel machine, then you need to download that one. That is the AMD 54. And if you are on Linux, you can download it, or if you are if your Linux support the snap package, or you can just open the terminal and type it, or you can search for installing Golang on the one. So what you need to do, you can also go to cross installation instruction, or the installation instruction, and it's going to take you to go for Linux. I'm on Mac, so you just install and download and you are good to go. But for Linux, you do it is going to show you what to path, change the permission, and also everything is going to walk you through all. So without wasting my time, I've already downloaded it, and if you're on Mac, it's very straightforward. So what you need to do, and I'll also provide a link in this video in which it will link to how you can install it on different operating systems over there. Or if you want it, just comment down there and I will give you the link, or you go to the description below, you'll get the link over there. So without wasting my time, I've already downloaded it. So what we are going to do now is, in this place is my home directory. So in the home directory, I'm going to make a folder. So how can I make a folder? I can use the command mkdir, and I'll call it go chart app. So, and I will change directory. I'll go into that folder, that is go chart app, and this one is going to contain both the backend and the frontend, or something like that. So I'll just click here and you can navigate me over there. And now I can create my backend. So go chart backend. So go chart backend, and I need to make that command. So mkdir, that is make directory, and now I'm having the directory. Now without wasting my time, we will open our favorite editor, and I'll be using Golang for this. But if you don't have Golang installed, you can go ahead, and if you don't have it installed, you can either install one of these, that is VS Code. You go to search for VS Code, go to go.visualstudio.com, and you download it from there. Over here, I've already installed that. Or you can search for Golang, and also you can search for Golang and install it, but do it. I'll go back from here, and what I can do, and I'll open my VS Code. I'll open my VS Code from here. Do it. I'll come to the Explorer and I'll open the folder that I just created, and that is going to be, you can see this one, the one that I used the terminal to create. I'll open it, and I'll be having this folder in it. So this cool chat backend is our parent folder. So I'll open it, and it will open that in our code. So the first folder is going to be our it's going to be our CMD. Oh, I made it empty. So CMD, and you press enter. So we use, when this pop up, what you need to do to check this, and press yes. I drag the author over there. Okay, and I'm going to create another folder, and that is going to be internal. But that is going to be internal. Okay, so after the internal, then we are going to have another one. That is going to be the migration. So we are going to have the migration also, And in the EMD, I'll pick the EMD and create another tab folder that is going to be API as I've shown. And after that, I will come to the internal and create the tab folder. And the tab folder is going to be data. That is one. And here it has picked the data, so we need to click on this one. And now I'll create the JSON log, and I'll click on this and create another folder that is going to be the validator. So validator like this, and I'll come to my folder, my main, the root folder, and then I'll create one file that is going to be the readme.md. So I will create a readme.md, and this is going to be for the GitHub, so that when you go to GitHub, you can go. I'll write a lot of stuff over here for you to know what is going on. That is where you get a very great description of whatever you are doing. So I'll clear it and clear it off. And now I'll open the terminal in there. So what you need to do is to go to your menu bar and just click on new terminal. And when you click on new terminal, so we are in this. So what we are going to do is mango mode in it. And now from here you can go with your own, or if you like, you can just go pay for it. I'm going to make it github.com/softified/ then go secure. That will be the name of the repo, the repository that I'm going to study for. Go secure chat API. So, and I'll just do this, and it's going to create the Go mode for them. When you open it, there is nothing but model and the name that I typed over there. The name that I typed over there. So here is getting too long. Then we continue in the next video. You continue in the next video, and all these are part of this video, but it's getting too long. I don't want to make more than 15-minute video in a row. Then when you are watching something like that, it gets boring. So I'll keep things short as we move forward. So this is the folder structure. You can go ahead and now let's head into it. Thank you for watching. Subscribe and meet in the next video.